Hi guys. I meant to have this video shot and partially edited on Sunday, but that didn't happen because I realized I needed a different angle for the majority of this video. And I didn't really have anybody that could help me or had time to help me, so I think I finally figured out what I'm going to do with this. So I guess this is it. This video you are about to watch is essentially my review of Toto Travel Bidet, which I use obviously when I'm traveling. So I thought that was a critical item to something I use. Not service dog related, but more disability. This helps me a little bit more. So here is that review. Okay guys, so this is the Toto Travel Bidet. This is the spigot that the water comes out of. Water goes in here, and it's obviously collapsible. I usually leave it like this unless it's packed to go somewhere. I used this in school for several years. Not this particular one, but this is actually my second one I've owned. Every time we've gotten a toilet attachment, bidet, we've always gotten one of these. So the water goes in here, and you essentially stick it between your legs and it sprays water. And I actually prefer the toilet attachments to this because this is a lot less accurate. It doesn't aim real well. And I don't think you get as clean as you would because this holds barely a cup of water. Roughly, I'm not quite sure how much it holds, but it looks like it holds about maybe 6 to 8 ounces. Which in my opinion is not enough water to get sufficiently clean. I think this works well for a travel solution, but I would not use one of these every day, and I don't, obviously. I prefer the one on my toilet. But I recommend these if you do use a bidet and you need one to take with you when you're traveling and you don't have your setup on your toilet. So I do recommend these. I just don't personally, they wouldn't be my go-to personally for a bidet hygiene system. I prefer the toilet attachment because it's got a little bit more oomph. But these are great for traveling. My only downside to these is that they are made of plastic, including the little things that hold all this stuff together. So they do break after heavy use. I had one that I used in high school I must have used it for at least 7 to 8 years. High school, college, and stuff like that. And now that one, I still have it, but it leaks like a stinking sieve. So I don't prefer to use that one because it's just obnoxious and my hands get all wet every time I use it. Yes, your hands do get wet when you're filling this, which I usually have somebody else do because that's not something I can do by myself. But this, usually your hands will get a little wet if you're filling it. And I actually recommend, if you're using one of these, to keep it filled. I recommend that you keep, at least if you have more than one of these, or one, you keep it filled in the bathroom where you are, and that way you can just grab it when you need it and not have to get up, obviously, when you need to fill it. The solution would be to fill it before you use the bathroom and then have it ready to go after, which is usually what I do and what I did when I used one of these when I was in school. So that is pretty much my pros and cons of this. But if you're looking for a hygiene system when you're traveling, this is great. Bidets are usually used in Europe and Asia, so a lot of people around here in the States don't see them very often, and they're like, these things are weird, but they're actually quite useful, and most of the time they work better than toilet paper. So that's kind of my take on this, and I use it all the time when I travel, and I can't say I love it, but this is what these reviews are all about, right? I can't say I love this, such as it is, but it does its job. And so if anybody watching this wants to check these out, I will put some links in the description, both for a toilet attachment and a travel bidet as well. I don't know. This is by Sanacare, is the brand. So I'll see if I'll find some links for you guys and post those in the description. So if anybody watching this wants to get one, or they think that a bidet may be useful to them, particularly if you have a disability, I highly recommend this for someone with a disability, because if you have the least bit problems with any sort of toilet care, these are great, which is why I've always had one on my toilet. So I will put links in the description, and if you want to check one out, feel free to do so. And that would be it for this review, and I hope you found it helpful. Do this for that. Okay. And so that's the my review of the Toto Travel Bidet, and this video is going to be was a little shorter, which I expected. And that's all for this week. I hope to have a vlog of my trip to St. Louis up, probably not next week, but most likely sometime the following week. So that's all for this week, and I'll see you guys in the next one.